This chart explains the results of our SWOT analysis. The first quadrant explains how we can take our strengths and use it to take advantage of an opportunity. Here we see that we can take our existing promotional coupon usage and use it to explore emerging technologies. Our second strategy in our strengths/opportunities quadrant is the strength of the company's pricing and using it to integrate backwards. Our last strategy here is our strength of investing in data analytics and combining it with e-commerce safety. Our second quadrant shows how we take our weaknesses and use it to take advantage of an opportunity. Our first strategy here shows us that our slow transition to online sales could actually be taken as an opportunity to explore e-commerce safety. Our second strategy is taking our digital-first customer care and using that to maybe explore new and more efficient emerging technologies. Our last strategy in this quadrant is to take our ineffective usage of assets and take the resources that we have to integrate backwards. Our third quadrant reviews our strategies when it comes to taking our strengths and using it to minimize threats. Our first strategy here is taking the strength of our pricing and using it against inflation. Our next strategy is using our investment in data analytics and using it to mitigate negative consumer behavior trends. Our last strategy in this quadrant takes the strength of our free shipping and buy online and pick up in store promotion and using it to minimize the threat of lack of partnerships. Our last quadrant discusses overcoming our weaknesses to minimize threats. Our first strategy here talks about taking the weakness of digital-first customer care and using it to overcome the threat of negative consumer behavior. Our second strategy takes our weakness of private label brands and using that to minimize the threat of our lack of partnerships. Our last strategy takes our ineffective use of assets and using it to minimize supply chain issues. Here we now present our top 3 strategies for Bed Bath & Beyond. Our first of our top 3 strategies is using our promotional coupons, our strengths, and using them in order to exploit new technologies. Bed Bath & Beyond's greatest strengths is their promotional coupons. Using emerging technology and new channels would result in the company bringing in new customers. Our second top strategy is using another one of our strengths, pricing, and using that to mitigate the threat of inflation. The company already offers low prices relative to their competition. Keeping these prices steady while the economy remains unpredictable would result in more customers purchasing their products and potentially buying more than normal. Our last top strategy is taking Bed Bath & Beyond's weakness of private label brands and using this to minimize the threat of the lack of partnerships. What this means is that the company can steer off using too many private label brands and bring back brands that consumers want, national brands. Since so many other stores are partnering with brands like Ulta, Sephora, and Amazon, the company can partner with the consumer favorite national brand to bring back customers and minimize the threat of other retailers who are using partnerships to their advantage. Here we now present how our top 3 strategies apply to the McKinsey7S. For shared values, Bed Bath & Beyond's mission statement explains how they want customers to feel at home in the simplest way possible. The company also emphasizes the fact that they are an omni-channel retailer, so they ensure that customers are able to receive their products in any way possible. Furthermore, the company strives for everyday low prices in order to maintain competition in the marketplace and a strong relationship with their customers. With all that stated, the strategies we have chosen for Bed Bath & Beyond strongly correlate with the company's placed values. We expect the company to continue to use promotional coupons to attract and retain customers while safely using emerging technology to analyze their trends. The company has always paid attention to their prices, and the company keeping steady prices during a possible recession could definitely retain customers. Lastly, the company's use of private label brands was a major failure, and they are encouraged to resort back to national brands and possibly form partnerships with these brands as well. For structure, the company should keep outsourcing their finished goods from national brands and sell these goods in order to keep customers happy and possibly decrease the risk of supply chain issues. For systems, in 2021, the company launched a 3-year plan to invest $250 million into their technology to make digital in-store operations function more seamlessly together. The company selected Oracle as its enterprise resource planning software. This will allow Bed Bath & Beyond to see real-time financial, supply chain, and merchandising data. This works well with the strategy we selected regarding promotional coupons and technology. For skills, Bed Bath & Beyond's CEO, Sue Gove, has spent 30 years in the retail industry in senior financial, operating, and strategic roles. With Gove leading Bed Bath & Beyond, we believe that the company would be able to implement new technology to bring in more customers. It would take time for employees to learn new technology, but would ultimately save money now that less employees would be needed. Gove has already begun getting rid of private brands and could help find a company to partner by using the data provided from the Oracle ERP system. Gove's experience in helping turn retailers around would be critical in implementing these new strategies. For style, Bed Bath & Beyond's management style is participative. This means that leadership at Bed Bath & Beyond will engage their employees in all processes, including decision-making and managerial decisions. This type of leadership allows employees to be involved with the company and the decisions that they make. This will work smoothly for adapting all the strategies we recommend. If a strategy that leaders implement is not working, employees can let leaders know and recommend different ways that might work, since in-store employees are working face-to-face with customers and seeing how customers behave. Lastly, for staff, for the strategies that we selected, employees will have to adapt at all levels of the company. Training sessions might have to be held to help employees learn the new strategies and how it affects their jobs. If prices stay at a low price despite inflation, employees may end up being paid less or not see an increase in pay. If Bed Bath & Beyond decides to partner with a company, new roles might have to be hired or employees may have to transfer to different departments to accommodate the new partnership. Although employees are aware of the promotional coupons and how they work, if Bed Bath & Beyond adapts to new technologies, the company will have to teach their employees how to use this technology and how it will benefit the company.